What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, check this out. So we were talking tonight on Echo Base Network on the Thursday Night Live show about this series, The Acolyte, that's coming up in Star Wars on Disney Plus. And I'm telling you, I could literally feel the energy leave the room, all right, or leave the entire conversation once we brought the show up. And it's just like, yo, I don't think anybody gives a damn about this thing right now. I don't think anybody cares about this show. I don't think anybody's going to watch this show. I think it's going to have the worst ratings out of all the Star Wars shows, live action that is, that have appeared on Disney Plus. I think this is just going to be 1,000% a dumpster fire. And I don't think nobody cares about this show. They announced the release date and there's like no buzz. Nobody's talking about it. The news comes out. Oh, we got a release date. It's June 5. All right. What else is going on in the world? Like, that's literally the feeling that I got from this news being dropped. And it's like, it's just such a nothing burger. Star Wars has nothing for us right now, but, you know, they're going to still try to hype this thing up. Like, check this article out right here on Screen Rant. Star Wars The Acolyte release date tentatively revealed for Phantom Menace prequel TV show. You see how they still got to try to link this thing up to the prequels, right? So it's a prequel to the prequels, a Phantom Menace prequel TV show. And the reason they're saying that, obviously, is because this year's the 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace. That's coming to theaters May 4. We were saying, yeah, they're probably going to have some sort of a trailer or something to go along with the re-release that's dropping on May the 4th, you know, Star Wars Day. They're probably going to have some sort of a trailer to accompany this, and they may even drop some footage, you know, from the Phantom Menace to really tie this thing together and say, oh yeah, this is taking place just before the Phantom Menace. So if you want to know how things were going down just before the Phantom Menace, you better go out there and watch The Acolyte. And I'm telling you, man, this is a gigantic nothing burger of a show. I don't think anybody cares except for us, you know, the YouTube community and folks that watch our channels that are going to just basically come and say, all right, let's see how bad this thing is. You know, tell us how bad this shit is so I ain't got to get out there and watch it myself to see how bad it is. So, I mean, this is just absolutely going to be a dumpster fire. And I also like this. Anticipation for Star Wars' first live-action High Republic era show only continues to grow with reports of the Acolyte's release date. What are they talking about? I mean, they got to be joking right now. There is no anticipation for this thing at all. Nobody's checking for this. Nobody's talking about this. The buzz is non-existent. This is going to have like Miss Marvel and Willow levels of viewership when it comes to like Disney Plus shows. This is going to be on the level of Miss Marvel and Willow, and hardly anybody watched those shows. So that's what you can expect from The Acolyte. That's the first thing that's funny. They say, oh, it continues to grow. No, there's no growth there at all. But the second thing, and I thought this was funny, the first live action High Republic era show. Yeah, the first and last. I don't even know how this thing got made, but I guarantee you there's no interest in the High Republic era whatsoever. Books are out there, comics are out there, plenty of material for people to dive into. Nobody's checking for this, Disney. Nobody cares about this era. You got to get out of this whole situation. I keep saying they got to move 200 years into the future. That's the only thing they can do at this point. They got to get away from the prequels, from the original trilogy, from the sequel trilogy, and all the crap in between, because nobody cares about this stuff anymore. You ruined it with the sequels. With the sequels, you still had a chance to kind of keep telling stories within this particular time frame. You destroyed it. Move on. The only thing you can do with the sequels, because look, we know at the Bad Batch, they're trying to repair the sequels. They're doing that with the Mandoverse. They're trying to repair the sequels. There's no repairing the sequels. The only thing you can do is retcon the sequels, and they're not going to do that. So look, just, hey, put a period, move on. But yeah, let's go ahead and read through this real quick and get a chuckle all together, all right? The Acolyte, the first live-action show set in the High Republic era of Star Wars, finally has a tentative release date. The show will consist of 8 episodes released weekly, starting on the tentative release. Why don't y'all just say June 5? I got to repeat this line. The anticipation for The Acolyte is growing as fans are excited to see how the cast of characters will explore the exciting era of the High Republic. Nobody's interested in this. What are these guys talking? You know what? Yeah, Screen Rant, y'all made y'all bread, okay? Y'all made y'all bread. Disney said just put the word exciting in there a few more times if you don't mind, all right? Here's another $5 for your troubles. I mean, good God, man. Yeah, but I mean, all of this. Look, they're just a whole paragraph. They still haven't said when the date is. There it is. All right. June 5, 2024. So that's when this thing is finally going to drop on Disney Plus, tentatively. They can always push it back. We've discussed like the possibility that this thing could get shifted back. Who knows what's going to happen. But I mean, if they announce it this early for the summer, it's probably going to run its course. It's important to note that the release date has not been confirmed, with Disney refusing to comment. Still, assuming this is accurate, the excitement at seeing the Acolyte's cast of characters take Star Wars into the High Republic will surely grow by the day, especially as familiar characters from the text of the High Republic publishing initiative come to life on the screen. But who's read this crap? Who has read anything in this High Republic crap? Very few people. I have a couple of books. Do I have them over here? I don't. I got a couple of books. The Light is Light. I can't remember what that crap was called, man. Like the first two books that came out there. Nothing burgers, man. I'm not interested. They talk about these like pirates, the Nile or whatever. It's just boring. All right. It's just boring crap. The story is not interesting. If it doesn't feel like Star Wars, there's Jedi in it, but it just doesn't feel like Star Wars to me, and maybe some people like it. I know a lot of people, when you go to like Star Wars Celebration, I've been to 3 Star Wars celebrations since the High Republic was announced, and everybody's, oh yeah, High Republic. Yeah, we love it. Woo! But those crowds are very small. You walk into like the theater. You walk into like the little conference room, plenty of seating available. Like nobody's like loving this thing. So, yeah, I think that the High Republic era, it's going to be one and done in terms of a series or any types of movies. They're not going to keep revisiting this crap, unless somehow by a miracle, this show is just mind-blowingly amazing. It's like the best thing that Disney has ever done, but it's Disney Star Wars. So we already know that that's not happening. The Acolyte will be the ultimate Star Wars prequel story. I'm telling you, Screen Rant, y'all earned y'all bread today, boy. Y'all earned y'all money. Damn, Disney, all right, man, put ultimate, put amazing, just throw all of the adjectives that you could throw in there. This thing is going to be hot garbage. Taking place about 100 years before the event of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Now, see, I heard 50 years. So, who knows? The Acolyte will be a thrilling glimpse into both the Jedi's glory days during the High Republic and the earliest seeds of the Jedi's fall at the hands of Palpatine and the Sith. While the High Republic sees the Jedi and the Republic facing off against, these Nihil raiders, this Star Wars TV show is expected to show how the Sith made their way back into the grand picture after their supposed defeat. This will be shown from a brand new perspective in the franchise. But see, here's the problem, man. We already know how the Sith made their way back into the galaxy. That's basically what the Phantom Menace was. The Phantom Menace was, Sidious and Maul just coming on the scene, That was like their reappearance. The Sith were back. And they were like, nah, the Sith been gone for a long time. And nope, here they are. That was their reemergence in. So like showing the Sith, dealing, any major dealings with the Sith prior to that, it just comes off as phony because they were like, nah, the Sith had gone. That's what they said in The Phantom Menace. This is why this show is about to be trash. And one of the unique aspects of The Acolyte is that it will share the point of view of the Sith and the dark side, something that will no doubt delightfully challenge its viewers. Most Star Wars stories, if not all, primarily take the viewpoint and the side of the Jedi, and exploring that of the dark side will allow audiences to see exactly how the Sith navigate their religion and what their motivations are for embracing the dark side. I mean, we've seen that, We've been told this stuff. We don't have to see it. Yoda explains that in The Empire Strikes Back. Quicker, easier, more seductive. That's the dark side. That's why they embrace it. They're trying to gain power. They're trying to do it in the fastest, easiest way they can get it. That's the dark side. That's why they embrace it. The Acolyte then is already proving itself to be the ultimate Star Wars prequel. And see, here's the issue right here. This is the main problem that I got. This is the prequel for Star Wars, for the entire franchise. Not just a Phantom Menace prequel, but a prequel for everything. It's going to be the earliest, like, I guess you could say, television or movie. All right. It's going to predate the prequels. And so you're going to have to view, this is what, Kennedy and all of these knuckleheads over there, they want you to view Star Wars as a franchise, as a saga, in light of what they are putting in The Acolyte. So you got to recontextualize everything that you think you know about the Jedi, everything that you think you know about the Sith. That's why they're saying, hey, we're probably going to try to, explain exactly how the Sith, view their own religion, view their own motivations, in an era where the bad guys, are, gone and forgotten. They're going to probably try to frame them as somehow misunderstood. These poor Sith, they're misunderstood bad guys. You don't really understand what their motivations are. It's their religion. It's what they believe. See, Leslie Headland has already categorized herself as a villain. Leslie Headland said that. Yeah, this was on CBR last year. Why Star Wars The Acolyte is focusing heavily on female villains. All right. And it's her personal motivation for spotlighting the female baddies in the upcoming Star Wars show. Look at her quote, right? It says here, yeah, when I was a young queer girl, I was just hanging out with Ursula the Sea Witch from The Little Mermaid, she said. As a queer girl growing up, if you don't identify with the heroes and the villains show up and they're all queer coded, you're like, yes, that's me. See, she identifies as a villain. That's basically what she's saying. She says she identifies as a villain. And so that's going to really color everything that how she views the villains in Star Wars. I guarantee you it's definitely different than how we as fans have viewed the villains. We don't see the things the exact same way, And so you're going to get her vantage point. It's going to be, again, another Rian Johnson. Oh, this is how I looked at Star Wars when I was a kid growing up. Not making something for everybody. Making something for her and her alone. All of this stuff, this little quote right here tells you everything you need to know about how Leslie Headland is thinking about this project and how she's writing it. There's absolutely a way to kind of explore the Sith philosophy. They did it great in KOTOR, all right? Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords, the second one, all right? The Sith Lords, where you had Kreia, who was a Jedi that had shifted over and became a Sith. And she does a great job of explaining the Sith philosophy through that game. So it's really interesting to read through or watch through. I think you can see the watch through online. It's really interesting to watch that all play out. It's amazing. She's a great character, too. I would love to go back and explore. That's why I say they should go and explore stuff like that and bring that stuff to light. Not this crap. Nobody cares about this, But yeah, this is going to be a absolute dumpster fire. June 5 is the release date. Are you guys looking for this? Because I know a lot of people are just going to check all the way out from Star Wars. They'll watch like the Phantom Menace. I think the Phantom Menace re-release is going to do good. But after that, people are going to be like, yo, man, I'll catch this stuff some other time. Skeleton Crew coming up. Mando movie coming, and people are just going to be shrugging their shoulders like, nah, I'm not interested in this at all. People are barely talking about the Bad Batch right now. So, yeah, it's just bad right now for Star Wars. This is probably the lowest that it's ever been, and it's only going to sink lower until they fire Kathleen Kennedy. That's the news everybody's waiting on. Fire Kathleen Kennedy, get some of these bum creatives out of the way, demote Dave Filoni back to the cartoons, keep him there. That's where he belongs. And get some real filmmakers who understand George Lucas's vision. Until then, it's just going to be a whole lot of nothing. All right. But you guys let me know what you think about this situation. Are you looking forward to the Acolyte? All right. I know I'm looking forward to covering it. All right. My channel is going to blow up probably during that time. I mean, it's going to be a lot of YouTubers who are going to make their mail off of the Acolyte. At least that's how I see it. But you guys let me know what you think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.